Let me also bring in Sanjay Sahay, former IPS officer, who's joining us live as well. Sanjay Sahay, this is, of course, a very disturbing pattern that is emerging with schools being targeted in this manner. What sort of concrete action is needed and what must be done in the police investigation in both Karnataka and in Delhi, where these incidents have been reported from?
To start with, I think it has become a pandemic sort of a situation, as the speaker was talking before me, and getting into a pandemic mode. I can only tell you that if we rely only on the police investigation, and that also the sketchy part of it, given large number of technical insurmountables which they have, I think it will not give the satisfactory solution. So first and foremost, all stakeholders, I think they need to come together. The schools, the investigative agencies, the local police, and with the technical part, I think the circumstantial evidence also is equally important, because in one of the schools, I think St. Stephen's College and St. Thomas School, there one kid has been caught. So he is doing it for fun, and he wanted to target his school, and in the process he has also tagged St. Stephen's College and one other institution. So broadly, the level at which this investigation is going on and the level at which the investigation is required, there seems to be a very clear-cut gap. When in most of the cases, when situations of this nature arise, they take the help of top-level cybersecurity companies across the globe. Even in best of the investigation, there even FBI and other, they are supported by very top-class cybersecurity investigative agencies. So first and foremost, I think we need to bring in some expert agencies who are experts in dealing with only with email forensics or email investigation. So that is, I think, very, very important. What is equally important is at what levels will you treat, and we will be able to stop the panic and the nature of reaction which is happening. I think one area where we have literally failed, I think, is the CCTV apparatus. CCTVs have improved to a level which is unimaginable today, but the nature of CCTV, which we find in schools and offices, I think it is at a very crude and very elementary level. But for footages as a post facto post-mortem, nothing great happens with it. So if we take CCTVs as a high-end tool, where it has the capability of real-time and dynamic notification and also proposing action, I think it will do immense service to the physical nature of work which is being done by the police. But that nature of trust will happen only if a dozen times or 2 dozen times we are able to prove that the CCTVs have reached a level where video analytics is the name of the game, and also that we are using high-end AI capabilities in those particular cameras. So that is also not happening. Now, at the current juncture, what is required is you need a special email forensic examination or email forensic investigative team. Otherwise, this VPN and proxy story, it will go on. I think in one of the cases, they contacted some German email provider and they were able to reach wherever they did. In the cases where Proton mail is being used, you have to go through the Swiss authorities. What is most fascinating is that there is a very clear-cut pattern in these mails. And this clear-cut pattern also helps you to make out that it is being done either by one group or two groups, or the groups which are coming at a later stage, they have fancied the earlier group and they are following the same system. So there is identical language it is being used. The same sender's aliases is being used. So if there are 80 emails, then it becomes, if there are 80 senders and 80 different VPNs, and so that thing becomes slightly complex. But if you have only a couple of emails, which can also be verified on the dark net and by variety of other tools, I think the whole strength of the state should go behind it. So currently we don't see that happening. So broadly, it has to be a very top class email investigation with whatever resources government has, and the schools also in the name of the security. I think they need to come together, and some component of whatever expenditure they do, I think it is high time, besides the security guard, needs to be spent on the CCTVs in the right manner. And suffice to say, I think we have crossed the stage where the stakeholders or the business owner or the main group enterprise or the people who are getting impacted can say that without knowing technology, I can move forward. So broadly, it is there to start with. If there are any questions which comes later, I'll be happy to answer.